So I was having a little giggle to myself this morning. I was waiting for my husband, who was in the builder's merchants, and I was scrolling through YouTube, and I came across this video from one of my fellow stylists, and it wasn't really the content that stopped me, although that was good. It was the fact that where she was, it was her surroundings. So she was sat in this wonderful kitchen, leaning up against the sideboard with a cup of coffee in her hand, and she had this lovely white kitchen's covers behind her, and it was all very elegant. And then she wandered off into her dressing room, and there were wall-to-wall cupboards there. Again, it was all done out in whites and greys, and it was all very calm and relaxed. And she had these wonderful rails of clothes that she was going to talk about, and they were all beautifully organised on the rails there. And it really made me giggle because, as you know, I've been recording the Italian Essence method over the last few weeks, and it's been challenging, to say the least. And I've also started putting together all the content for the society, for the June Society, and also going into July. And I thought that I would show you my reality, not for any other reason apart from the fact that I thought it might make you giggle. So this is where I live at the moment, in this caravan with all this gypsy camp round us. And I don't know whether you can hear, but we've got these birds that sit at the top there, and they just, I mean, they're typically Italian actually. They're just very loud and very chatty, which is great most of the time, except for 5:30 in the morning, and also when you're trying to record. The other reality is, which I will add in, is, I'll come back thinking I'm going to do an hour's recording, and there's a tractor waiting for me, just making such a racket. So the tractors, they're all out at the moment, but they all round here. And so they sit there and rev their engines, and they all talk at the top of their voices, not the tractors obviously, but the people in them. And then, my washing on the line, and then this is where we're living, so all our bedding has to come out every day because we live in the caravan. These are my boxes of clothes and shoes. Husband's clothes and shoes, you might notice a difference in the size here. And then into the caravan. So this is where we live, this is where we work, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is my closet, which I share half with my husband. So as you can see, it's challenging, but it's also great fun. But it did make me giggle, and I hope it's given you sort of a bit of an insight into what I do and how I suffer for my art.